Is this what this guy built his 22 pounds of contractile tissue in the last 8 weeks off of? Like, no, dude, you did not hold a 15-pound dumbbell and do goddamn goblet squats outside in your tennis court to gain 22 pounds of muscle. And yet, this is what Chris Hemsworth's workout routine is. Even though every single exercise in here is like the most like grandma home workout I've ever seen. What's up, guys? Derek, moreplaysmarteats.com. Today we're going to be revisiting the Thor transformation. Chris Hemsworth's big movies coming up, Thor, the new one, as well as Hulk Hogan. And he has his Thor stunt double who is also having to sauce it up in parallel to kind of match his physique as he gains all that muscle. We talked about that in the last one. And interestingly enough, the guy actually made a post yesterday talking about his transformation, and some of the before and after statistics are a bit fucking insane. So expectedly, a bunch of you guys sent this to me, and I'm going to kind of dissect it and give my opinion. So obviously this guy looks absolutely insane here. This past year has been crazy for everyone all over the world, to say the least. Since my back surgery, it has been a real physical and mental battle to get myself back to my best and full fitness. I wanted to share my before and after pictures getting ready to shoot the new Thor film with Chris Hemsworth. It's by far my biggest and hardest transformation to date, but one I am very proud of. My back is better than ever, and I'm feeling stronger than ever. If I can do it, anyone can. At Centr Fit Flex, swipe left for picture. So this is the after, this is the before. Now, when you actually hear how many weeks this took him and the actual before and after stats he's giving, you're gonna shake your head. So this is the after again. This is the before. Here's the after again. This is the before. So obviously he's packed on a lot of size. Now, one thing to note, obviously off the bat, the guy literally is making himself look as bad as possible in the before images. He literally has a full carpet on his chest and abs, and then he nails it all off or shaves it or whatever his manscaping routine is, gets it all off for the after shot. It's like, why would your before shot not be also, at least in the same circumstance? Like, people can tell the difference between when you have body hair or not. And he's like not trying to look impressive whatsoever here. They've literally like cropped him out of the background for some reason. And who knows if it's been, altered or not. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, this is a massive transformation and is very impressive nonetheless, but there's a clear attempt. Even the guy's posture changes depending on if he is like in his after or not. He's like all slouched forward and looks way more, just unhappy and not showcasing what he has in the before shots. Not shaved down, hates life, blah, blah, blah. And then here in the after, boom, looks like a goddamn superhero with exploding three-dimensional deltoids. So there was a Men's Health article that came out to go along with this that actually had the before and after statistics, as well as Chris Hemsworth's workout routine, supposedly. Trained like a celebrity. So how Chris Hemsworth's stunt double beefed up for the biggest Thor yet. He gained about 22 pounds of muscle in a stunning transformation. When movie stars get ripped for their superhero roles, they're not always going it alone. Just as often, their body doubles and stunt performers need to look the part too. For every actor like Hemsworth, who has made muscle building for his portrayal of Thor in the MCU a saga as worthy of its own coverage as any fan theory about the blah, 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 blah. The renowned stunt artist and actor Holland Hanton, the performer who has also doubled for stars like Henry Cavill and Ryan Reynolds, also serves as a trainer on Hemsworth's Centr health and wellness app. Oh, that's convenient. Hanton has discussed his prep to double Hemsworth in the past, but for the most recent film, Thor Love and Thunder, currently shooting in Australia, the process was even more extreme than ever before. I text him and I'm like, thanks very much, dude. This is going to be even harder this time. So, obviously, we've all seen this image of Chris looking like a fucking house. We've seen the image of his stunt double also, transforming his physique. And they talk about the statistics in this dude. Hanton said that he wound up training 2 or 3 times daily during the prep period and packed on weight with meals filled with protein from eggs, tuna, lean turkey, lamb, chicken, and steak using recipes from the Centr app. So, of course, from their fucking app. Which is, it's fine if it's from, but it's just like so convenient how all this shit is like, just slight, subtle plug right here. And I train 2 or 3 times a day. Like, bro, was that really fucking necessary? Are you counting cardio as training, or like what is training? Because it is absolutely ridiculous to claim you need to train 3 times per day to make this. Like, obviously the transformation is not going to happen regardless unless you're using steroids, but above and beyond that, to even imply that, okay, even if you're on steroids, you need to be training 3 times a day. Like, what the fuck, dude? Seriously. My natural weight is around 85 kilograms, about 187 pounds. I'm now sitting at 95 kilograms, about 209 pounds at the moment, and still gaining, he says. I have put on 10 kilograms, about 22 pounds, of lean muscle mass in 8 weeks, with body fat sitting around 5%. I'm eating 8 to 10 meals a day every 2 hours, consuming around 4,000 calories per day. Bro, like the amount of fucking nonsense in this one paragraph. So this is the images that you just saw. Chris decided he wanted to be the biggest Thor yet, as he has also been training hard, as he always does. So this has been my biggest physical transformation to date, he says. I'm having to lift heavy, the heaviest I've ever had to lift, but also doing a lot of my own bodyweight circuit stuff, almost like a CrossFit plyo fusion to stay mobile and agile in my stunts, fights, etc., which is similar to my plyo workouts on Centr. Oh, coincidence. And it's still very hard to get anywhere near Chris Hemsworth's shape. So, of course, there's the mention of I had to increase my food to 4,000 calories per day. And somehow at the same time as increasing his calorie intake, he somehow simultaneously leaned down to 5% body fat while simultaneously gaining 22 pounds of lean muscle mass in 8 weeks. Like, none of these statistics are fucking realistic whatsoever. Does this look like a 5% body fat physique to you, dude? Like, no. You would be lucky if you were single digits, to be honest. And that's not being, I don't think that's being mean or anything. I think that's just like a complete oversight of accurate body fat estimations, which, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter to the, you know, layman, but I mean, it's just, there's so much like misinformation here. 22 pounds of lean muscle mass. Dude, there is not 22 pounds of contractile tissue in this transformation at all. And in fact, you are going way out of your way to make it look ridiculously better than it is. And there is no mention in here whatsoever of the increase in your anabolic steroid intake in order to accomplish this. It is all attributed to just your hard work, your diet, and the fucking Centr app, of course. So here on the Centr Fit app thing, they have a post dedicated to the transformation. So this is the before and after. He laid down a challenge to be in the best shape he's ever been. Ever wondered how you get big like Thor? Like, okay, it's one thing to have a crazy transformation and to, you know, not tell anybody about the gear you're using or anything like that. But it's another thing to claim like, this is the workout Hemsworth does and this is like how you get big to be Thor. And then you don't mention any of the shit and you totally mislead people. Not even just not mentioning the anabolics involved, but in addition to that, quoting inaccurate statistics, you know, like body fat metrics that make no sense, calorie intakes, meal frequency that's just absolutely fucking insane, training 3 times a day. Like, it's almost like they're trying to justify, this is how much hard work I had to do, and it's such an unrealistic amount, and I know no one's even gonna try to do it, that maybe you'll actually believe it was natural because I'm just working that hard and no one is going to put in this much work. When in reality, a lot of this shit would be more optimized if you were doing like less training would be probably more optimal for recovery purposes and whatnot. If you're trying to pack on muscle, like 2 to 3 workouts a day, you know, I guess if you count the, you know, stunt work and shit, but it's like the byproduct, what they're implying is that what this guy is doing is what Hemsworth is also doing, because it's Hemsworth's workout. So obviously, if this guy's training 3 times a day, you know, by extension, you know, Hemsworth must be doing, you know, fill in the blank from Centr app or some shit. Like on their thing, they have Chris Hemsworth workout routine, train like a celebrity. And they go through the routine with the stunt double guy. And instead of showing like, you know, the compound movements he's doing, the heavy shit he's doing that he has to actually gain the size, they're showing handstand walks, they're showing bear crawls, they're showing core exercises using a dumbbell and circuit training that just so happens to be the kind of stuff that you would promote in, you know, the Centr app. You have like goblet squats, you have like weighted burpees, shit like that. Stuff that is not, is this what this guy built his 22 pounds of contractile tissue in the last 8 weeks off of? Like, no, dude, you did not hold a 15-pound dumbbell and do goddamn goblet squats outside in your tennis court to gain 22 pounds of muscle. And yet, this is what Chris Hemsworth's workout routine is, even though every single exercise in here is like the most like grandma fucking home workout I've ever seen. And it's fine if you want to do that shit, but don't imply this is what got you the results and this is Chris Hemsworth's workout routine, because this is not how Chris Hemsworth builds fucking 30 pounds of mass in order to play Thor. That is not what he does. So getting into the Centr app, they show a video, what does it take to look like a superhero? And this is the guy. Ever wondered what it takes to get into Thor's shape? Bobby Dazzler isn't only Centr's plyometric master, he's also Chris's stuntman. Here's your exclusive behind the scenes look at how Bobby achieved that epic transformation. Want to train with his stuntman? Head to Centr.com. So what does it take to look like a superhero?
For Thor, Love and Thunder.
So the thing is here, they're showing actual compound movements and the heavy shit. So my question is, why in your Men's Health article is it showing this shit? Like, how is this relevant to the actual workout routine that gained you the 22 pounds of mass that you're talking about in this article, that you ate fucking 10 meals a day to achieve, and somehow simultaneously shredded all of your body fat on your frame in order to have the same equivalent body fat percentage as a stage ready competition IFBB pro bodybuilder? How is it, like, the misleading in this shit is brutal, dude.
Training transformation for Thor, Love and Thunder.
When I spoke to Chris a few months ago about what we were going to do, we want to get strong, healthy, and be in the best shape we've ever been. And we have definitely achieved that. I think focusing on a specific way of training, lifting heavy, each week I've seen the improvements, and it motivates you to do.
So to give him credit, here he actually specifies, we've been lifting heavy, focusing on training, probably, progressive overload and certain compound movements, really focusing on the shit that works rather than, a goblet squat with fucking 15 pounds.
It's been
But again, it's like different spots of social media, you're implying different things. When you literally put the title, this is Chris Hemsworth's workout routine that he did to get his Thor physique, you can see how it'd be misleading.
amazing. Both worked so hard to tweaking the diet slightly and just being super focused.
So tweaking the diet slightly and getting extra focused. Lifting a bit heavier, tweaking the diet slightly, and being extra focused. Those are the three things so far.
To achieve the goals that we need to achieve. So hopefully you will enjoy it. Let's go back to the gym again. Or is it sleep time? Not sure. Bye.
Training transformation.
So what does it take to look like a superhero? We have the answers. It is indeed a slight tweak to your diet, lifting heavy, and focusing, because nothing, absolutely nothing has to do with exogenous hormone use whatsoever. This is all just well-planned shit from the Centr app that tells you to eat 10 times per day, train 3 times per day, using goblet squats and tricep extensions with a fucking 15-pound dumbbell. Now again, obviously he is demonstrating the exercises, so this is to show proper form. He's not trying to actually do something, to failure or to actually show what he would be working with. But again, this isn't the stuff you built your physique on. This is not Chris Hemsworth's like meat and potatoes workout routine. And getting to the statistics again, dude, you did not gain 22 pounds of muscle. It is nowhere close to that, in fact. And a lot of this is just trying to look as shitty as possible for the before, probably a lot of muscle memory involved from previous transformations, a shit ton of fucking gear, and not actually getting to 5%, dude. Like, why? I just don't understand. Like, what's the point of throwing out these numbers? To make it seem more impressive in 8 weeks if you do, the Chris Hemsworth workout routine and you follow our meal plan and, you work, half as hard as this, obviously maybe you're not going to work out 3 times a day, but you work out, this much, that maybe you can get like a decent amount of those results. And maybe you can actually build the superhero physique if you, build up to the intensity that I'm doing. And I'm eating 8 to 10 meals a day, working out 3 times per day, gaining fucking 22 pounds in 8 weeks, dude, while simultaneously shredding all of the fat off my body entirely while getting 4,000 calories in. Like, who is doing that right now? Who is not somebody who has already had that physique in the past, basically, and it's just muscle memory rebounding, essentially. Like, you're not going to eat 4,000 calories per day from what your baseline was and get a shit ton leaner, eating 10 meals a day, simultaneously getting 22 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks without a ton of gear and muscle memory, in my opinion. So you know, is it misleading? Yeah, I think so, especially when this is tied in so closely to the Centr app. Like, it just so happens that the guy who is Chris Hemsworth's trainer, I'll just show him on the thing here.
From Byron Bay, my name's Luke Zaki. Hang on, I'm not American, I can just do it Australian.
This is the guy who trains him, and he's introducing himself.
Hey guys, I'm Luke Zaki, I'm Chris Hemsworth's trainer. I'm gonna take you through a workout with Chris himself.
So anyway, they don't work out with Chris himself, they work out with Bobby. Anyways, it's a, you know, hilarious joke. And then we get to the Centr page, and you know, what's one of the first things you see on the front page? It's Hemsworth throwing a medicine ball. And then he just so happens to be in the kitchen with the same dude, with the guy who is his trainer, and just so happens to be a partner in this Centr app thing. Which is fine, dude. Like, if they all want to be in on this, you know, like, entrepreneurial endeavor together, and it is a way to make money and monetize it, and they can all, you know, enhance each other's stuff, and this guy is a trainer for it, the other guy's a trainer for it too, and whatever, that's fine. But to like imply that some like gen pop appealing workout routine that just features dumbbells and you're just doing in one spot because you can feature it on your Centr app is the thing that he used, when in reality he's in the gym fucking cranking heavy weights and compound movements. It's just not the case. It's very misleading in my opinion. And to, you know, claim, oh, you know, the meal plans from the Centr app, that's fine. Like, obviously, you know, you can have good meal plans and you can eat the shit off the app and probably get good results. But there is no talk whatsoever about anabolics, and it's all just a big, giant, encompassing promotional thing for this app. But be more transparent about it. Be like, if you do this, if you do the Hemsworth plan, if you do this meal plan, if you do this, you have to understand that Bobby whatever and Chris Hemsworth are on a shit ton of fucking Sazul right now, and you are not. So do not expect, and not only that, but they have better genetics than most people who are going to be following this stuff too. So even if you got on the exact same cycle as them, the likelihood that you're gonna end up looking like them is very, very low. So have realistic expectations, obviously, and be more transparent. Because like, I feel like this shit, I don't know if it's so like goes over the head of like gen pop like entirely, or if some people are starting to get it. But at some point, like, these companies are going to have to be way more transparent and be like, dude, this is an unnatural transformation. You should not expect to get these same results following our advice. Getting 22 pounds of lean muscle mass, even though like we all know it wasn't, but still, getting 22 pounds of muscle, getting to 5% body fat in 8 weeks, while doing our goddamn body weight shit, goblet squat, workout routine on the tennis court. Like, no, dude. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is, I don't know, just like a clear like promotional move with absolute zero transparency about what actually goes into the transformation. Like, let's see you guys do this transformation without the gear, and like see how close you get to that 22 pounds of muscle, getting to 5% body fat, eating 4,000 calories a day, fucking 10 times a day, training 3 times a day. Like, no, it just seems like an extreme misleading saying this is how hard we work and this is why we get these ridiculous results that no one else is going to get, because simply put, most people are not going to follow this plan. So let's just make it seem as ridiculous and unfollowable as possible. But if you follow the same framework and the same workout routine, you can still get a shit ton of results and end up, you know, following the superhero plan that we're using at the top level to get the top level results. It's like, bro, put a disclaimer at least and be like, this is unnatural. Like, people will respect it way more. And to be honest, I think you maybe even sell more if you actually just say like, this is unrealistic to expect naturally. And this is what okay, maybe I'm way off on that. Maybe celebrities are just never going to be transparent about their shit because it's not going to be something that gen pop is going to accept as a, you know, something they can wrap their head around without getting mad about it. But, you know, for people who are tuned in and know what the fuck they're looking at, this kind of stuff like rubs us the wrong way. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All the comments help the algorithm. They're much appreciated. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplatesmoredates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates_moredates. Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas I designed myself from scratch, my recommended lab test panels and diagnostics, as well as anything else I'm associated with. It's all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.